There's always that moment where I don't know if it's streaming or not. And I'm probably making a funny face, so I figured I might as well just make a funny face instead. Okay, I believe we are streaming. Good morning, everyone. I'm wide awake now because I just did Get Buff. And if you didn't do just Get Buff, you should do Get Buff because it was quite the workout, alright? Welcome to Let's Get Bendy, where the main goal is exactly in the title. It is to get bendy. Sorry. I'm ready to go. You guys ready to go? Alright, welcome. Today we are going to be stretching our splits, starting with one leg, then the other, and if there's time, we will get to the middle split. Alright? Things you may need, but are not required. Number one, if your knees hurt when they touch the ground, get something soft for your knees, like a pillow. Number two, if you have a hard time balancing in your split, get something sturdy, like a yoga block or some books or maybe a little coffee table or something like that. You could even use the side of a couch and you could do your split on the floor next to it. Okay? We're going to start with our... See, I don't have a favorite or a not so favorite split. Both of my splits are equally just as bad as each other, so I never know, like, you know, sometimes it's like start with your favorite, sometimes start with the one that's not your favorite, right? Because sometimes when we start with our favorite, we feel better about our split progress. I would recommend you should always start with whichever one you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going on a tangent here. Alright, let's get started. I have a stopwatch. If you're playing at home and you don't like the way that I time things, then just do the stretch, pause the video, and time yourself, okay? So, like, maybe people that are a little more advanced and need to work on your splits, like your over splits or something like that, and you want to hold it for a little bit longer, and I'm not holding it for long enough, I'm not at home with you to say, oh, why are you doing it that way? Don't do it that way, because that's not the way that I'm doing it. I don't care which way you do it. Just do it, and your splits will get better, okay? So if you want to hold these for longer, feel free to. I will probably do around 30 to 45 seconds for each split, for each stretch. And that is just because this workout video, or this stretching video, is not meant to be super duper long. It is a quick one, just to get our day moving, and that way you guys can fit it into your very, very busy schedules. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with my left leg split. I'm going to stretch out my quad, which is the front of my right leg, and I'm going to stretch out my hamstring, which is the back of my left leg, and my calf, which is the back of my left leg as well. And I will stretch each of those things out by themselves for the most part, and then we'll go into the split. It's important to warm up the muscles around, or warm up the muscles individually, because then they will work better together when we go for the split. If we just go straight for our split, your muscles are not going to be cooperating with each other, and it's not really going to work, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a lunge. When you're in this lunge, please make sure that your foot is far enough forward, because if your knee goes over your toes, that is wrong, okay? So stick that foot way out there. Your back leg needs to make sure it's straight. If you have a line on the floor, you can try to line up with the line, okay? And we're going to push forward so our knee comes over our ankle, and at that point, you should start to feel a stretch here in your quad, okay? So all we're going to do for now, I'm going to start my timer because I'm in the split, is we're just leaning forward, and you can kind of just relax into this, but sit up tall. Alright, so we're just leaning forward here into the stretch. Once we get to 30 seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to actually stay in this stretch, but you guys are going to do an active stretch. And what that means is we're going to try to tuck our pelvis bone, which is our hips, underneath ourselves. So how do you do that? You're going to squeeze your bum, and it's actually going to make you kind of push back a little bit off of your feet. So we're going to start to do that now. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to rotate my hips underneath myself, okay? So when I'm relaxed, I'm kind of in this open position. Right now I'm going to squeeze and try to rotate my hips underneath. It's about my knee kind of trying to come forwards, but the ground isn't letting it, and it's going to change the split. If you feel a change in the stretch, then you know you did it right, okay? So we're holding this one here for a little while longer. We're doing our active stretch, which is just as important as our passive stretch here. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go ahead and relax back down into the stretch there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next, what we're going to do is in this position, you're going to grab your back knee. This is where your knee might be sensitive on the ground, so go ahead and grab a pillow. And what we're going to do is you're just going to grab onto it, and then if you notice my chest has turned to the side, I'm going to just try to rotate while still holding and maintaining balance. Rotate my shoulder forward again to make my chest even out, and you should feel the stretch in a different part of your quad muscle here, okay? So we've got one leg up, the other leg is in our lunge. We're trying to stay balanced here. Hold that for just a little bit longer. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax that leg back down. And now we're going to move on to our left leg. So stay in the position you are in, but shift your weight back onto your knee, straightening out your left leg. Okay? We're going to start with a relaxed foot. So it does not need to be pointed and it does not need to be flexed. It is just relaxed. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep our chest tall and our back straight. And we're just going to lean forwards towards the ground. Our hands can touch. And you should feel a stretch in the back of your leg. Alright? So we're just relaxing down into this split. Or this hamstring stretch. It's not really a split. I feel it mostly in the back of my knee, and that is because my legs are super tight all the time. If it hurts too much in the back of your knee, what you can do is you can bend your knee just a little bit, and it'll take it a little bit more into the hamstring. But if you feel like it's fine, you can straighten out that leg and hold it there, and it kind of does the hamstring and a little bit of the top of the calf muscle, okay? So we're holding this here for a little bit. And now I want you to point your toe, so actively pointing our toe. And we are going to try to get our belly button closer to our knee, okay? So it is not our face to our knee, it is our belly button trying to crawl towards the knee. Pointing your toe actively, leaning forward. Take some deep breaths for me. Very nice. Okay, next, what we're going to do is you're going to flex your toe. So that means your toe is coming back towards your face. And if all you did was flex your toe, you should feel it, alright? Right here in the back of the calf muscle. That's the one on the back of your leg. It's that big squishy thing behind your shin, right? That is your calf muscle. So if your toes are coming towards, all you need to do is actively try to bring your toes towards your face, and you will feel it, okay? Holding that there. Nice. Woo! Take some deep breaths for me. Very nice. Okay. And now you can relax your foot. And what I want you to do is you're going to bend your knee here. And we're going to take both arms to one side. So that means on the inside. So in between your legs, you're taking both arms down to the side. And I want you to try to think about trying to get your shoulder underneath your knee. Okay? So we're down in this stretch here. It looks really funny. I'm trying to get my shoulder to go under my knee, and I should feel it in my hamstring again, pretty close to my bum. Very nice. Holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, relax on up. Stay in your lunge. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of a twist. So all I want you to do is stay balanced here. You're going to think about trying to get the stretch to come back into your quad. And what we're going to do is we're just going to gently twist forward or side to side like this. We're just going to do a total of about 5 twists. And you should feel the stretch shifting in your hip right over here, okay? So we're just twisting nice and easy. And good. All right, there we go. We've got our quad warmed up, our hamstring warmed up, and our calf muscle warmed up. If you feel like you are ready, it is time to move into our split. Okay? So that means straightening out our front leg and sliding forward. Now, if you are in gymnastics and you're doing your split, your goal is to get a square split. What is a square split? It means your hips are pointing forwards, towards your foot. So if you put your hands on your hips and they're pointing towards me, and you're at this angle, right now my hips are pointing towards the camera, that means my split is not square. I need my hips to point towards my front foot. And how do I do that? Well, we do a little bit of a twist, and I'm going to really think about bringing my back hip, so my right hip, forwards towards my foot, and my left hip comes backwards towards my back foot. Okay? And usually what this means is that we come up out of the split a little bit, but the stretch does not stop. Instead, we've moved into the correct position rather than being in the wrong position. Okay? So try to get to this square position, and if it's really confusing, that's okay. It's always really confusing. Let's point our toes, and holding ourselves in this split, you can reach your arms down to either side for balance, or if you have a yoga block, or a couch, or a wall, or a chair, or a dog, or a cat, or a dad, or a mom, or a grandpa, or a grandma, or an uncle, or an aunt, or a niece, or a nephew, whatever it may be, you can kind of just put your hand on them. It's up to you. So we're holding ourselves here. Sorry, I went off. Random things. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Now when we get to the end, do not come up. We're going to try to balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So come up with your chest up straight. You put your arms out to the side. If you can sink a little bit lower. Holding yourself here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and nice and easy, come on out of your split. Woo-hoo. Okay, that is our split sequence for today. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that on the other side. Hopefully I can remember everything we did. Okay, remember, first we're starting in our lunge. Our foot is far enough forward that when we lean into it, our knee does not go past our ankle, alright? Our knee should be just above our ankle. Our back leg is straight. Make sure it's not turning into the side. It's straight behind us, okay? Now, relax forward, so pushing your knee forwards, but not really doing anything with your back leg. You're just stretching it and holding it there. How are you guys this morning? I'm doing pretty well. Today's Friday. It's kind of rainy, which is sad. What are you guys going to do today? I'm going to go read a book after this, probably. Yeah, that's all I've got planned. Alright, ready? Now we're going to do that thing that I talked about where we try to tuck our hips underneath ourselves. So we're rotating our hips forward. It kind of pushes us up just a little bit. I'm trying to squeeze my bum and tuck it underneath myself, okay? And it changes the position of the stretch in my hip. If that's confusing, just really think about trying to get your knee and your hip on your left leg now. So the leg that's on the ground, you're trying to bring it all forwards, but the ground's not letting you bring it forwards. So we are actively holding this lunge stretch, pushing strong, Holding, tucking, squeezing your belly, staying up tall. And now you're going to lean and relax into the stretch again. Holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, next, we are not leaving this stretch. We are lifting up onto our knee and grabbing behind us. Okay, this one is a balance test to see how balanced you are. So again, I have my left leg with my left arm, and I'm going to try to rotate my chest forwards. So right now my left shoulder is behind my right shoulder. I'm going to try to bring it level. Are you going to be able to get it level? Probably not, but if you try, then you're moving in the right direction, okay? And you'll feel the stretch increase a little bit. So holding this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Very nice. Okay, moving on to our right leg, which is out in front. You're going to straighten it out. Relax your foot. Does not need to be pointed or flexed. And you're going to try to bring your belly button close to your knee, leaning forward, and you should feel it in the back of your leg, either in your hamstring or behind your knee, and a little bit into the calf muscle. This is kind of a full leg stretch with it straight here. If it's too intense on the back of the knee, bend your knee just a little bit, but sink a little bit lower, and you'll feel it pull into your hamstring a little bit more, okay? Holding this here. Woo. Let's see, what else do I have planned today? I'm going to read a book. Yeah, that's it, reading a book. Very nice. Alright, now we're going to point our toe. So pointing our toe away, trying to get our belly button towards our knee. Hands are on the ground. You should feel it in the back of your leg, again, in your hamstring, which is the big muscle behind your leg here. Pointing our toe, point, point, point. And now we're going to flex our toe. So flex your toe towards your face. All the stretch is going to shift into your calf muscle here. And it's going to feel just horrible. Oh boy, does it feel horrible. You gotta love it, right? Oh man, yes. It's so great. It feels so bad. I love it. It's awesome. Don't you guys love it? And relax your foot, sink down just a little bit. Take some deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to bend our knee forward, and we're going to take our arm on the inside and try to get our shoulder underneath our knee. So you're really trying to get your chest towards the ground and get your arm to go under your leg here. You're going to feel it in your hip and in your hamstring, lowering yourself down. Yes. Good. Very good. And for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Come on up to our lunge again. One more thing before we get to the splits. We're going to do our twists. So go ahead into this lunge. Push your knee forward just a bit, but remember it does not go past the ankle. Your other leg is down on the ground, and you're going to tuck your bum. Try to lift your hips underneath yourself. Whoop! Scooping them under. And we're just going to do a gentle twist. Like so. Twisting it out, twisting it out. All right. I think that was the full sequence. If you care to go back and watch the other side and make sure that I did the full sequence, just comment and be like, Coach Alex, you're terrible, you have a bad memory, you skipped this whole thing, you're the worst. Go ahead and comment that. It'll be great. No! Don't do that. Instead, comment and be like, wow, Coach Alex, that was great. Good job. All right, guys. Enough about me. Into the split. So, lowering down, trying to get our square hip yet again. So that means making sure our left hip does not come too far forward and our right hip doesn't go too far back. Pointing your toe in the front, leaning forward, leg is straight in the front, back leg is lined up straight, holding it here. Now, if you're not in gymnastics and you're like, why the heck am I doing a split? Well, it's for all just so that you can be more flexible and more mobile. And if you do parkour and you're like, why am I doing a split? Well, you know, because the parkour athletes that have splits already, they do some really crazy stuff. And they can only do it because of their flexibility. So if you want to be a better athlete, no matter what sport you're doing, splits are something that can really help. Except for baseball, but baseball is boring. Yeah, I said it. It's boring. Alright guys, point your toe, leaning forward, holding it here. Let's try to lift ourselves up, holding that split in a balance, arms out to the side. We're almost there. Really sink into it. Feel the split. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently relax out. It's important, guys, that you don't come out of your split too fast. You don't want to injure yourself. Your legs are in a sensitive state because they've just been yanked apart in a way that they, don't really want to be yanked apart right now. But they will learn, and they will love it, and you guys will stretch. Just like me. Cool. I think we went, yeah, that was good timing. So if you want to do your middle split stretch, feel free to. The live stream is now going to end. For your middle split stretch, the thing that you want to do is kind of what we did for the other ones. Your legs are already stretched and warmed up, so now is a great time to do the middle split. But do a quick little stretch for your right leg and a stretch for your left leg before you go into it, okay? Actually, you know what? Bonus feature, we're doing the middle split stretch right now, okay? Why not? We're warmed up. We're doing it. Okay. So start standing in a straddle, and what I want you to do is lean all the way to one side. You should start to feel it stretch in here, okay? We're holding it. This is the bonus. Good morning. I hope you're awake. My legs are warmed up. I feel like I really want to do this middle split, okay? So you're going to do it with me. And now we're going to shift over to the other side. We're holding it here. You should feel the stretch on the inside of your leg. Very nice. Really sink into it. We might as well do the middle split. Our legs are already warmed up and ready to go, so why not get to it? Alright. Next, we're going to go down and we're going to do our frog stretch. Frog stretch is when our legs go out wide, like so, and we drop to our elbows. Now what I want you to try to remember is that our feet are not going to be together. They're going to be out to the side or out level with our knees, okay? So now this is a really hard one for me to demonstrate on the video, but basically my hips are lined up with my knees and my feet go straight back behind my knees. They are not coming into the side like this, and they're not way out to the side. They're straight behind me, okay? And my hips are going to be lined up with my knees, and I'm going to try to get my knees as far apart as possible and just relax. This is our frog stretch. Holding it here. This is like the middle split, but without the whole leg. Alright, alright. Holding it a little bit longer. Now don't come out when I get to the end of my countdown, and I will explain what we are going to do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, staying in our frog stretch, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to push our bum backwards, and then we're going to come forwards and backwards, nice and easy, and forward. So we're just going to rock in and out of the frog stretch, okay? Very gently, not fast, and not too far. Just trying to get our hips actively warmed up, ready for what is upcoming. Alrighty, and then I want you to sit back and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Woo! Yeah, there we go. Okay. Quick little tip for the middle split. We're going to do a slight little workout. And it's really slight. It's not going to be a lot, but it is going to help. So when we do a middle split, what it is we are opening our legs to the side, right? So if I'm out in a middle split, I'm trying to open my legs. How do we get better at opening our legs up in a middle split? Well, not only do we have to stretch the inside of our legs, but we also have to make the outside of our legs stronger. So here's how we're going to do that. You're going to go down into this doggy position here. Keeping your toes on the ground so your feet are flexed, you are going to lift your leg up to the side and back down. Now, if you have any guesses as to why this is called a doggy position, well, get yourself a dog that is a boy, and you will find out. Okay? So we're lifting our knee up to the side, keeping our foot flexed, like so. This is causing you to squeeze this outside muscle here on your hip or your bum. It's part of your glute. Okay? And what it's going to do is it's going to build that muscle nice and strong, so that way it can help pull your legs into the middle split. So we're going to do 10 on our right side, 10 on our left, and then we'll do the middle split, okay? So squeezing your belly, staying nice and strong, shoulders directly over our hands. We're going to open and close. Open and close. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, really squeeze it, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it up. Ha! Gotcha. Hold it up there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pulse it back and forth like this. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And now we're going on to our left side for the same thing. Lift and back down. Squeeze your belly. There's 2, 3, flex your foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, we're holding on 10. And 10, hold it up there for 10, 9, and we're going to pulse when we get to 5, 6, or no, 7, 6, 5, and pulse, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Now you should feel like the sides of your bum, your glutes are on fire. That's a good thing. That means that they're going to start to tighten up, which is going to help us loosen up the inside of our legs. It's like a pull and a push, right? Cool. Now we are going to move in to our middle split. Okay? So here we go. We're going to hold the middle split for 1 minute. Are you ready? When you do the middle split, guys, before we go, ready? Here we go. Check it out. This is, my middle split, but this is true for any middle split. So even if you're all the way down to the ground, here's what you need to make sure. Make sure that your foot and your knee and your hip are all in a straight line, lined up like this. We do not want our butt to be really far back. So if you're all the way down and you're sitting on your butt, you're cheating. And then we do not want our hips to be forward like this. So if you're all the way down in your split and you're kind of leaning forward and your legs are not in a straight line on the ground, you're cheating. So what I want you to do is you can find something that's a line on the ground, or if you have a really good imagination, you can draw a line with your imagination, and your feet both need to be on the line, and your hips both need to be on the line. Okay? Here we go. For 60 seconds, go ahead and lower down into your split. If you can go down further than me, try to put your elbows on the ground, and the timer has begun. Holding your split. Really sink into it. Take some deep breaths. Make sure your hips are lined up correctly. Point your toes. Holding it in there. Come on, guys. You can do this. It's just a middle split. It's not too bad. Guess what? We are halfway. Right now, we are halfway there. You guys only have less than 30 seconds left. Come on, you can do it. It's not that bad. Try to get your elbows down. Woo-wee. 15 seconds left. Here we go. And keep it going. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and gently come on out of your split. Thank you for joining me today for a very special version of Let's Get Bendy. We did right leg split, left leg split, and our middle split today. We went a little bit long. We're like 30 minutes. That's okay. It was a bonus. I was feeling it. I hope you were feeling it too. Thank you for joining me. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to check out Let's Get Buff and Let's Get Bendy every time. And look forward to the MSGA newscast. Join in on your Zoom classes, the parkour, the preschool, the recreational gymnastics. If you're on a team, make sure you go to your team practices. We all need to keep moving, keep working out, because that's all we have right now. And look out for some tutorials coming your way.